I've decided to build a tarp teepee. I've bought some Harbor Freight tarps, not the best quality, but you know, this is just a fun build. Maybe if it turns out better, I will use better tarps. But they're all 7 by 9 foot tarps. I finished the model, and I know it's not gonna look anything like this, but it was fun to make. And this opening here, I got a big opening 0 circle there, and I've made little windows on all sides. I have some mosquito netting, which I can tape seal it from the inside over each window, and this can just be and this is all made from the scrap from the waste, and I can make a flap for the windows, and I have some heavy duty Velcro that I can add to the edges, and if it's pretty, we can just roll these up and somehow attach it, keep it tied up somehow. That'll come when I finish it on what to do there. Maybe Velcro there too, but have that'd be Velcro. Have these on each side for ventilation. And I thought that there probably should be some sort of ventilation in the top of the shelter to allow heat or condensation to escape. But anyway, this is, the model building was a big learning tool, and it was fun. But I do want to put a floor in. I think that's going to be a big challenge, because I'm based on, I've got a 12 by 12 ruler here, and I'm going to need at least a 12 by 12 tarp so I can do it from the inside. And otherwise you don't want to tape it on the outside, because the rain will come in and go straight to your shelter. So, even no matter how well the seal is, but and there'll be lots of little tie places to do this, because I do not want to have a pole in the middle. I want to try to form some sort of device to where I can build a tripod on the outside and lift the tent up and then have it staked on the corners. But anyway, looks cool. We'll see what the final outcome. Oh, and here's little David, and he will fit in it, and he'll be able to sleep in any corner by any window, or sleep in the middle if he so desires, if there's not a pole in the middle. And even if I did put a pole in the middle, it would still provide plenty of room to put your mattress or sleeping bag or whatever type of sleeping mechanism I'm going to use. I've started on my tarp tent project. I've drawn my triangle. What I found when I purchased my 5 tarps from Harbor Freight, that as you can see, I bought them all from the same lot number. Here's the one I got. And they're all the same packaging, all the same lot number. But as you can tell, Harbor Freight has a big lack of quality control, which I knew when I purchased these tents. And these are cheap tarps, which I'm aware of, and you get what you pay for. But this is the first time I've done this, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money, so I went for cheap. And this is what I got. Okay, teepee's cut out. I cut out the window using my big camo table I painted there, which is just a wire spool. And I've saved the original 7 by 9 triangle for the door, which I'm going to cut out somehow in the center. And I hadn't decided how big or what I'm going to use as a template, but I'll cross that path when I get to it. For this build, I'll be using these assorted tapes. I ordered Gorilla Tape, not Gaffer Tape. I wonder how much I paid extra for that. But anyway, I do have my regular Gorilla Tape, which I'll be using on the inside. I got gray. I got some, this was on sale at Walmart, and it's extreme weather clear. And then I got some Gorilla Tape clear, which is supposed to be real good for the exterior. I'm very disappointed I got that. I'm going to have to look into that, maybe send it back, but I'll think about it. Okay, I've got my 2 sheets put together. Got my final sheet over there for my pentagon. And on this sheet here, I have my windows. I've got Velcro on the corner. I've got mosquito netting right here over these windows. And I've added the tie downs here in the center of each one. I'll put one right here when I connect these two. But right now I'm going to work on this side, finishing up with the window covers, which I've already pre-cut right here. And I've run out of my other camo tape, so I bought Gorilla Tape in a 6-pack, which was a better deal. This is getting so much, this tape is so expensive, it's getting to the point where it probably would have been cheaper to buy my own TP pen, but it wouldn't have been as much fun. So once, the point of these is I can, when I do it, I can tie it down, have a string here where the window's open. If it rains, it won't get in. And I'll probably always have to remove one of these from the corner, so I don't need 2 here. And I thought about putting them together and making them stronger, but I ended up cutting one off there, so I'll end up cutting off here. And I still haven't decided on how I'm going to do the door. If I just want it to be a flap, or do I want to cut a hole out in it, or just cut it up the middle. I haven't decided yet. So I'm going to be working on that today. Well, I'm working on the windows today, and I may hook my door up today, the corner, and I just haven't decided on how to do the door yet. I've got some ideas in my head, but I'm not the kind that draws it out. I'll have to see it before I decide what I'm going to do. I've got all 4 sides on. Well, 4 sides, 5 sides, I think, 5. This being the final side was the door. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip it over and start putting the camo tape on the outer seams. Once that's done, I'll need to connect the 2, and then I'll do a test without a floor, because I'm going to put a floor in, which I don't know how I'm going to do. And I got a big tarp. I hope it's the right size. Should be. And a lot of these tents don't have floors, but I want a floor. And I'll figure out a way. Got an idea on how I'm going to do the door there. I'm thinking that I'll seam it down halfway and then have a door where it opens up like at an angle. I'll put netting on the inside with the Velcro on the side so I can net it from the inside while leaving this open. And what I'll do, I'll leave this on here, and I'll just have some way I'll clip it to the other end if I want it fully closed and secure. But that's it. I've got all my seams taped up. I've got the windows done. I don't have the Velcro on the inside. I'll do that later. I got my little tie down positions on all the corners. This is where the doors will go. I haven't decided what to do here yet. I'm not happy with this. This is my flat on my ventilation area. I got mosquito netting set up here. I got this flap that can go up and down. I don't like this, my little flap here I'm gonna put up on it. It's thing's too big, plus it's ugly. So I'm gonna might have to do something about that. So I'm ready to connect the tent together. And I haven't put the floor in yet. That'll be last, and I've got to figure out how I'm gonna put the floor in after I get together, because I don't know how I can't put the floor in not together. So that's on the list. But we're, at the final stage, and then I'll be able to, at least once I get it put together, I'm gonna take it out for a test run using a pole in the center, where in the bush I'm gonna create a tripod and hang it from the outside, and that way I won't have the pole in the middle. Because I don't, I've got my model in there to show me how tall it is, but I don't really know how tall it is, and it may not be, I don't have a pole in the middle of my tent. So it's big. I'm in the back of the garage just to get it all in view here. So we're almost to the final stages. Okay, here's my first test of the tent. I haven't got a door yet. It's right now, it's right here on the side there. I don't know about that. There's going to be some trial and error on the placement of the stakes to get all the droopiness out of it. Still no floor, but everything's held up pretty well except around the door, because I haven't got the reinforcement in the back of it yet. But I got some sag in the other area, so I think it's all peg placement problems. But I'm pleased. It looks good. It looks real good. It is semi-spacious inside, especially if I get that pole out of the middle. Here we are in daylight in my garage. I left all my paracord out at our lot next to the interstate, so I'm kind of used whatever I had. But I kind of tied things off. It's a terrible maze. I took a roach clip, a tarp clip, and instead of making a hole in it, which is what I was planning on doing, running a funnel up inside and then running a rope through the funnel, which is still a good idea, and I'm still thinking about it. But that seems to work pretty well. This is where the door is going to go, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it out in a T on down here, and then left and right, an upside down T. I've got it marked, you just can't see it. I need to put Velcro on the windows. I was planning to, I'll tie these off to where they're like that, and that way it'll still allow air in. If it were to rain or anything, it'll just run off on both sides and won't get inside the tent. I thought that worked out well. I got 4 windows. They worked out. These my ties are working out real well. They don't seem to be coming loose. The seams are holding. So I'll cut the door out. Hope that goes well, because once I start cutting, there's no turning back. Okay, we'll cut my door. We'll go down the seam here, hit this seam, go to right there, and do that on both sides, and if it doesn't work out, I thought about me just going and doing the line, make a big opening, and then I'll just make a flap here that I can pull out, which I'm still going to do for to be a canopy over the door. And I'll have to make a couple stakes that would fit. So here we go. Sounds like a motorcycle engine. Okay, there we go. Now the other direction. Should we use the scissors? Let's see. That went pretty well. I don't know how I would do horizontally. I'm gonna use the scissors. Yeah, scissors. Wide. There's my mark right there. Right there. Okay. We've got a door. Now I'm going to put some tape on the edge, give it some strength. So let's go inside. Well, my other tent, which is a 4-man tent, is more roomy. Oh, that new smell, new tent smell. Yeah, that needs to be pulled out, so I'm like, so I'll do that. Okay. Now, all I need to do is put a floor in, put a canopy over this. Like I said, I'll make a lip here. So maybe I can, like, Velcro with the lip. I can put Velcro and Velcro it all back. Plus, I'm gonna put a screen flap over the outside as well. That's what I. These have metal bars on the bottom. I thought I would put this. All three. I might need 3 and have it to where it will be on the outside like that. I can push it out of the way every time. Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna need 3. Well, yep, 2 is just 2 is really just barely making it. 3 is overkill. We'll have to think about that. Okay, next time we'll do it, make up the put the camouflage tape around these edges, and then I'll start thinking about the floor.
rolled up and ready for camp.
a shark. There could be a shark. Pretty sturdy. this light with the sun, it's 6:05 here in Texas, and the tripod worked well, and I need more tarps for the ground cover, and I've got one. I just failed to bring it like I failed to bring a lot of other things, but I think that's pretty darn sturdy. I used the colored paracord for the outside perimeter because I have a tendency to trip over them if I don't see them, and they're right out there for me to trip on too. So I do have a screen netting, as you may have seen on my build a tent video, but there you go. I'm very proud of it right now, very proud.